presence cast its shadow across the darkness which already lived there. It moved through this sanctum of silence and artificial night as nothing did besides, into the bleakest depths where the air pulls crisp and cold at the lungs and the lichen and moss prosper. As it moved, it grew, enveloping the forest in gloom as the scant rogue flowers there fell before its path, laying in withered remains like funereal displays of the poor. Around this presence came a wind. Brushing the leaves on the trees, it compelled their branches into enchanting, ever-increasing motion. With this dance came a sound, like the eerie, distant whispering of countless discordant flutes. As the presence seized its new realm, this whistling of the trees grew, and from it, through it, the presence seemed to speak. This, in the swaying of the trees, is where I shall be. This is where I shall wait. The declaration rumbled like thunder, undulating in echoes across the wood's canopy and becoming stronger as it dared to move beyond, high into the dusk sky. Could it have been heard, it would have been dismissed as imagination. When it was heard, it was. This is where I shall feed. This presence was evil. It was looking for a home. 1. 1995. In the noise of voices speaking half-conversations into a dozen telephones and myriad papers rustling in frenzied hands, Ian sat at his desk staring vacantly at the boxy blue-gray screen of his computer monitor. The cursor blinked back at him with equal vacuity. He let out a long, calculated breath and rocked his chair onto its rear legs, scratching at the left side of his head and unconsciously running his finger along an indistinct scar there, just above his temple at the edge of his thick mat of hair. Waiting on the Parker account was really pissing him off now. He'd spent endless days and more nights of his spare time than he wished to consider, strategizing the precisely perfect print marketing campaign for the fast-rising Parker Realty Group. With new offices popping up across the various boroughs of the city almost faster than one could keep track, Parker had the potential to become a major advertising account for the Manhattan Bulletin. As the newspaper's VP of sales, Ian was sure his investment of time and, yes, even emotional buy-in was about to pay off. Sometimes you can just feel it. He was also counting on landing the account for his team to meet revenue budget this quarter. He wanted them to get their bonuses, and right now this was the only way he could see that happening. But then came the fax transmission from Aaron Parker himself, the group's namesake. It simply read, "May look to the times after all. Maybe try next year. AP." Most people would say Ian was reasonably easygoing, but that single-line fax had him about ready to pitch a fit. Hours and hours of effort lost. More in-person meetings, lunches, and drinks than he cared to consider. Oh, and don't forget the ingratiating ass-kissing. There had been plenty of that. Now, with a meager one-line fax, Ian's budget was out the window. Just like that. Fuck. He closed his eyes, hard, and could feel the blood coursing unnaturally through his eyelids. It was a threatening sensation he'd had before and was aware of the significance of it. Okay, kid. Breathe. Find your happy place, man. He'd committed long ago that he wouldn't take his job, or anything much for that matter, too seriously. No way he wanted to end up like his father. Year after year, Ian had watched him bring all the stress and burden home with him. Every night, chasing the money so hard and taking his work so deeply to heart that one day that heart had nearly decided that enough was enough. But the whole Parker thing was pushing him too far. He slammed his mug on his desk and the remnant sludge of cold black coffee splashed up, out, and over his keyboard. God damn it! Brilliant, Cockerton. Nice job. Sticky rivulets ran down between the keys before he could grab something to wipe it off. So instead, he sat there and simply watched. Time to rethink strategy. He grunted and swiveled his chair a 180. Hey, Felipe, let's grab a cool one, down the major league. Felipe gestured for Ian to keep his voice down as he pressed his ear tighter to the dirty receiver of his tan-colored desk phone. He was unconsciously wrapping its spiraled